Welcome back to another Dies Irae review. Today we're doing episode 7. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm Logan.
Together we're Couch Talk. Again,
Woo!
as always, we are anime viewers only, so no spoilers down below. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our review at the end. Want to go ahead and jump into this?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Well, I just want to say thanks for all the support. Dice Irae seems to get a lot of interaction, and it's really fun to read and interact with people and just have people explain kind of what's happening and what's been missed. But anyway, yeah,
so
let's
right
jump
here
in.
in the beginning, we get Marie's. She's sinking down into the abyss, okay? She's scared. We get that. And then we get a conversation between her and Reinhardt. So, this is basically where she's supposed to be like the goddess, I guess, of the world. And
Right.
Reinhardt kind of wants to be the god.
Yes.
But as he says, there's no need for two rulers, and he declares war. Essentially what the scene comes down to. Also, we do get a little interesting bit, I guess, about Cagliostro. Like, whose
Yeah.
name it's actually tied to, nobody knows.
There's so many names in this
Like,
show.
it's weird because Ren goes by Cagliostro, according to Marie at least. We got Kraft, who also goes by Cagliostro.
Yes.
And then now Reinhardt's kind of like saying it's also implied to him.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a title or a name, or I'm not quite sure. But everyone seems to be Cagliostro. That's all I know.
So, yeah, so he does say that, and then he basically, yeah, declares war. He's going to be bringing it all down.
In his giant skull city.
So, here we get, after the opening theme song, we see Ren was created.
Right, this was very interesting.
Yes, because we thought, oh, he was just some guy who got pulled into this shit. But no, he was actually created for this purpose.
Right, this kind of shows why I guess Rin is actually the protagonist. Because
Yes.
before this, you're like, you can kind of replace Rin with anyone and it'd be the same. But I think this gives a little background of like, this is why it's him. Like, we haven't learned completely, but I feel like we'll learn more. Like,
And his real name or whatever is Zarathustra.
Zarathustra.
Something like that. So
And it's the Did Carl Kraft have him created? He called him the bastard child of Carl Kraft.
yeah, well, we know he's connected to Kraft for sure. So I feel like, and Kraft is trying to craft the world to go in his direction. Like he's trying to just get it to go his way. So I feel like he's almost in control of everything. So I do believe he had Ren created.
That'd be my guess.
And then the scientist is like, "Oh, my wife and daughter are gonna love you." And he's kind of a psychopath.
He
too.
looks crazy.
So, and Ren always had that feeling that he wasn't normal. So I don't know if he's just now getting his memories back, is what it feels like, because he kind of goes into that little narration here.
Right.
So he's,
Yeah,
then-
I think he's like, I think he finally like, oh, my whole life I haven't felt normal, but like, I'm kind of remembering why. I was
Yes.
born in a test tube. That's why.
so after that we go back to, Ren finally wakes up down in this dungeon, locked up. He's really kind of locked up for no reason whatsoever. It's like they could have just put him in a room and waited for him to wake up, because as soon as he wakes up, Rhea is there and just uncuffs him, and nobody cares. Father Trifa didn't care that he was unlocked. Like, he was coming down to get him for a meeting anyway, so it's like,
Right.
it doesn't matter.
He wasn't
So
breaking out. Like, he doesn't. He doesn't have his powers because he doesn't have Marie, which I'm guessing, right?
That true, yeah.
So they didn't need to handcuff him. But whatever. It's just
So-
funny how they handcuffed him and then immediately unhandcuffed him. Or
Yeah,
chained him, whatever you want to call it.
So we do get some really weird and the interaction between him and Rhea, which I did read some spoilers about why that happened, but I won't mention it for the anime viewers, and I guess ourselves, but it's too late. Because she does just nonchalantly ask him to like rape her and do whatever he wants to her, and like it's just, and she starts calling herself a wicked woman, and like it's kind of like you don't have reasoning behind it yet.
Right.
At least
This
in the anime. Just, I was sitting there like, what the fuck is wrong with her? She's rape me, please.
for real.
Who says that? Who asked that? And it's just so random.
This scene felt like out of place, to be honest. I'm like, why? What are you like? I'm like, what are you saying? Why are you saying it? Because from an anime only perspective, she doesn't even seem that important. We've had like 4 total scenes with her in 7 episodes.
They're all really short.
Yeah, and they're all short and have no. They had like no relevancy to like the main plot, except I guess this one might, but we don't know because I don't know why she's asking them to, do stuff to her, and why she's like feeling all. Because she said what, I feel like I should die too, or I shouldn't be alive, and I'm just I'm just sitting there like, I feel like I missed like a whole scene prior that should be kind of help explaining this. But I'm assuming they're gonna go over this again. Maybe, I don't know. I hope so.
Well, from what we read on the spoilers, it would make sense for them to come back to this,
right?
And to give reasoning. For visual novel people, this probably makes sense, but for us,
I just feel like the order of
like I know you can kind of see from the scene that she almost wants to get pregnant or whatever, because she's holding onto her belly and she's like, make love to me, rape me,
right?
But she's
then she says
very weird about it. Then she says it's a joke. That's not a. That's a weird
even
ass joke to make.
After she said that, she said, "And if you can't do that, then kill me."
Yes.
I'm like, back up. We're supposed to just be friends. You gotta chill. Like, it definitely just felt. It feels like they do their exposition in just a random order. And so, like, it doesn't always feel like in order, or like in the most like logical way. I feel like they try and do this thing where they like have a scene that you're kind of like, wait, what's going on, and then explain it later. Which you can't do that for everything, because then that just leaves a whole jumbled mess. You're like, oh wait, we talked about that earlier, didn't we? Maybe. It's just, it just felt out of place to me.
Yeah. But,
as an anime only viewer.
Yes, for sure. And after that, we get Ren and Father Trifa, where he comes down, and he's like, we learn that Rhea basically knows nothing. She knows something because she's been living around them for a whole time, but they kind of kept her and gave her a normal life. It's just kind of weird coming from these group of people, and why exactly they're doing that. Because again, we don't know why exactly they do that. She's like, what does he say? I don't know. But anyway, they just raise her, and it's like, I do think the interesting line he says is that humans will have the desire to see what they desire, even without proof, which that is very true for most people.
That is very true. It's kind of like hearing what you want to hear.
Exactly.
Like if someone tells you the truth, sometimes you won't believe it, but if they tell you something you've been assuming, you'll believe it instantly.
So I feel also like he's like, she seems upset. I avoid women and like they're in those situations. Like, it's like, yes, avoid the upset women. It's dangerous.
He's like, yeah, I'm not messing with that.
But this is where the episode really starts happening, is when Ren gets together with Reinhardt.
Right.
And this is where we get a lot of things like explained, at least in some way.
Right.
We know what he finally tells us what Dies Irae is. They finally got around to it. Basically, just the end, I guess, the end war, like the power to bring great disaster.
Right.
So basically, the ending, or the war to end the world, basically, is the Dies Irae.
Dies Irae. Title.
Title. You throw me off here, man. Uh, and we get more into the deja vu. Basically, it is. Also, someone explained it in the last episode in the comments too, but they do finally explain it here. It's basically just your toys of God, and God passes it on to you. I read something like because Kraft has this deja vu and he's this like powerful being, it gets passed from him to everyone else, which is kind of talked a little bit about like here and here throughout the show. They just
Yeah.
don't explicitly say it. So basically, him and Kraft are trying to get out of this deja vu.
Right.
And
Break this like cycle.
And it feels like, so for Reinhardt to really try to do that, he needs the swastika to open up, which where they're at now is the new like swastika center, has the perfect ley lines for them to get set up.
Right, because he mentioned
And
how he tried it before with Berlin.
yes, and now this place is at Berlin 2.
Berlin 2.0.
So, and we get a whole bunch of names for for Kraft. He's been around for a long time.
He has like 30 names.
So I think this is why Cagliostro is not Ren in a way. We get that it's directly related to Kraft. I think because he's like the bastard son of Kraft, that Marie gets him confused with Cagliostro.
That can make sense.
And we get Reinhardt just wants some satisfaction in his life. And Ren's like, don't we all? Like, everyone wants satisfaction, right? Like, that's why we live. I want to be satisfied with my work.
True.
Whether that's destroying the world, he
I'll
wants to be
say
satisfied.
Some take it further than others. Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
Trying to kill
But
everybody.
he basically wants to make the world his own.
Yeah.
And make it in the way he wants it to be. Which I guess Kraft is kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, he didn't mention like that's why they had the same goal, which is why they kind of like, I guess, teamed up or like worked together. They're
and
just
Reinhardt's kind of like, to break this deja vu, I might have to destroy the world and recreate it.
So
I
extreme.
guess if everything feels like deja vu, your life kind of would get obnoxious. Like, I've had feelings of deja vu, but if it was constantly happening, I'd be like, stop.
Yeah. Well, when I get deja vu, it feels like weird. You're like, whoa, this seems familiar. But I guess if you're constantly like that, you're like...
Yeah, because there's times like, I'm like, I swear I've had this conversation.
Yeah.
I swear I answered it that exact way. I know I never have, but like, I know I have.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I see you. And basically, he says, Ren, you're going to help me one way or the other, because I don't really need you to open the swastikas. I can just kill you now, or like, there's going to be people dying no matter what, so there's no point in not helping.
Right.
And
I wonder if, because at first I was like, this kind of doesn't make too much sense. He's like, you either help me or I kill everyone, but if you do help me, I'll just destroy the world. And I was like, that kind of doesn't make sense. But I feel like they're actually using Ren to break the deja vu. They're like, maybe he's the only one that can actually like put up a fight and like change the outcome. Which
yes, that's why I think like when Ren said, I'm going to stop you, he kind of got like happy about it. Like, I want to see you try, because like that would be breaking the deja vu, I think, if Ren did stop him.
Right.
Because he's like never failed before.
Exactly. I was like, he's never lost, so if someone beats him, I'm sure that would be a new feeling.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he wants. He wants something just new. Like, I'm sick of living the same days and same things over and over. And also by Ren, I think with Ren opening up the swastikas, he'll get stronger every time. Because, I mean, he opened up essentially the first two.
Right.
Not meaning to, but he did, and he got stronger with them.
Yeah, I feel like
in his last fight, he had that strong-ass spider form.
I'm sure I feel like maybe the next episodes will just be each like opening of the swastika. Because what are
Probably
we
because
at now?
we have 6 left. Because
Yeah,
there was 8.
that
8
get us
ley
to
lines.
episode 13, and
And we're
then
at episode 7, so yeah, that would actually.
yeah, and then we'd
Is there?
have. Well, no,
Yeah,
there's 16 total, right? Or is there
there's
17?
18 total, including 0. I think this is 11. You got episode 0, so that'd be 12, and then 6 of the OVAs or whatever the hell they're going to be called.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. I feel
Yeah,
like there's going to be a lot of fighting.
They might do several swastikas in a couple episodes.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a tag team battle with like his friend Shiro.
And I feel like if K is necessary for one of them, they might not. They might find a different way to open that one, because I don't feel like he wants to kill K.
Right.
If they even need to kill them to open swastikas, maybe they can just kill a whole bunch of people to open one.
Yeah, I don't think they explain how they got open. Doesn't it just take a big soul or a?
Yeah, like a
powerful
meaningful soul or a
Yeah.
lot of souls.
Okay. We'll see.
But
Yeah. Anyway, Reinhardt just gives him back Murray. He's like, "Do your best. Show me what you got."
yes. And then Marie is different. She's a little more emotional and human now.
I feel like her human form is always used for fan service. As soon as she comes back, she like pulls out her shirt. She's like, "Don't look,
Duh.
don't look."
And she didn't used to care before, so she's definitely changed. And then we get Kraft with this satanical laugh here. He's like, yes.
Yeah, we get
Show me something different.
Kraft and Reinhardt back to back with their laughter.
They just want something new, Logan. They're sick of this same shit happening.
Well,
But that is it for this episode.
yeah.
Guess it's time to get into the scores.
Let's do it.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Or shall I?
You go first. I gotta think what I want to say.
Right. I'm just gonna give it the standard 6, like I've been doing. It's just an explanation episode, which we said we needed. I believe we said that last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they give us this explanations. There are still some scenes that aren't really necessary, or at least things that still need to be explained. Like during the next information episode, they gave us more stuff that needed to be explained and then didn't explain it. So the whole Rhea and Ren scene was just very odd, out of place, like we talked about. But I do like Reinhardt's character a lot, and I'm glad we're getting more of him. He's like the perfect.
I will say his voice actor is on point.
Yes, exactly. And it was just a very interesting conversation between him and Ren that made you kind of like. It kind of brought some life to the show, I think. Made you more interested into it.
Right.
Because not everything else really does.
Yeah.
But so many names, man. So many names.
There are tons of names.
But yeah, I thought it was an okay episode.
I'll give it a 6.5. I do appreciate the exposition. I do like how they explain things. I did not like how they kind of brought up stuff that I had no clue, like the Rhea thing, where he said, "I don't want to beat a dead horse," but that just felt weird, out of place, maybe a bit uncomfortable. I feel like the more Reinhardt, the better, just because he's like the. Okay, in my opinion, not many characters stand out besides maybe Reinhardt and...
It's like Reinhardt, Ren, Kraft.
Yeah. Maybe Shiro, he kind of has a big personality to him, but he has small screen time, so it doesn't really matter. But Reinhardt definitely has this like aura that you're like, ooh, I wonder what's going to happen with him. Like, he seems like he's going to make shit go crazy, so I'm excited to see what he does. All the other... I don't even know what they're called. The Nazis. All of them are just kind of eh.
The Black Order Legions or whatever they were.
The whatever. But yeah, I feel like we need a bit more explain when it comes. Well, it's weird because they explained stuff but left other stuff open. But I'm just excited to see Ren versus Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. I don't know. Also, like I mentioned, the pacing is still kind of odd. Like, it's not consistent from episode to episode.
Right, it
But the
does
pacing
feel
was
sporadic.
fairly decent in this episode. I felt like compared to the other ones. But hopefully they get it all. I don't know. Even with 18, from what I've been telling people are saying, it seems like rushed. So I don't know if they're just gonna try squeezing as many information in with 18 episodes. That might be a little hard to work with. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out when we get to the end.
Right.
But I guess that does it for our review. Unless you have any last comments.
That's it. That is
Guess
it.
it's time.
It is time. Spiel time.
All right. Again, as always, be sure to like and subscribe and share the video if you enjoyed. And if you didn't enjoy, go ahead and throw that dislike, but let us know why.
Hey,
we are anime viewers only.
We
There's plenty
enjoy
others.
conversing. We
Yes.
don't mind when our opinions are different. Like, it's okay. If you want to say I hate your opinion, that's okay. Just tell me why, and I'll be like, all right, good enough.
Good enough. Exactly. So we're anime viewers only. We have never done anything with a visual novel, so no spoilers down below. Do not confirm or deny theories. But anything out of the episode that we might have missed that could have explained something, please let us know, or from earlier episodes too. Let us know that. Let us know your thoughts, what you liked, didn't like about the episode, anything like that. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.